Oh, hello everybody. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? Here's Lily to make her debut as usual. Every day she makes a debut. Um, welcome, welcome. I hope you're doing well. Um, I posted, it's just now ready to post about my true weight, so you'll have gotten that long before you get this. It's still taking like 2 hours to upload an 18-minute video. 2 hours. I don't know what the deal is. Anyway, I'm doing this video because I was asked by a viewer. I don't know how to say your YouTube name. Sonal Sharma. I don't know how to really say it, but she asked me to make a video about toxic friendships. So that's what I'm going to do. As you all know, friendships aren't always the easiest thing. They're not always good. They're not always healthy. And a toxic friendship can really bring you down. Really bring you down. And I know I've had to let go of a couple of people that I actually have had to let go of. Well, she wasn't toxic. We just didn't get along in terms of what to do. So yeah, there's just two that I consider toxic. And yeah, you get to where you realize that that friendship is just not doing you any good. It's bringing you down. It's there's never any really joyful moments in it, or that person makes you feel bad, whatever. Like a friend that I had to let go of, which was very hard to do. I knew from 6th grade. We were friends all the way through, adulthood. And then we stopped seeing each other for many years, went on with our lives, reconnected, and I was so excited to get back together with this school friend. And the more it continued, the more upset I got. She was very unhappy in her marriage, very unhappy in her marriage. I don't know if she's still married or not. I assume she is. But she was so miserable that that's pretty much what ruled her life. And we would get together, and I could just see that she wasn't happy at all, that she couldn't even really enjoy the moment. It was that strong. And it got hard after a while. It really got hard. I wanted to get together and just enjoy each other and forget the world, forget life, just enjoy our life because we had grown up together. But she wasn't happy. And the other thing that was hard is I could never truly make plans with her, like say, hey, let's get together next Saturday. Oh, and hear her say, oh, okay, that sounds good. No. What I always got was, well, if everything works out all right, that sounds good. Well, if nothing comes up, okay, that sounds good. Well, we'll see how things go by then, and then we'll get together. So in other words, I was the backup, or I wasn't important enough to prioritize at all. It was always like I was put over here like, yeah, as long as everything goes however, then we'll get together. And of course I get that things come up now and then, but this was every time I wanted to get together, she would always say something of that nature, and that just didn't work for me. I don't want to hear, well, we'll see how things go. Well, we'll see, if everything goes all right by then. Or it doesn't make you feel like they are making definite plans with you. And that was very hard to deal with. And then she would have a habit of canceling. We'd make plans and then she'd just cancel. Right, literally one time we were supposed to get together and she canceled 15 minutes before we were supposed to get together, and that got old. And finally it just got too much, and I realized this was not doing me any good. This was not making me happy, and she was such a downer that so unhappy, and I don't blame her for that. She stayed with the guy, so it was her choice to be miserable. But yeah, that can make you very unhappy. But I could never really pull her out of it. Like when I go with my daughter and stuff, I have my ups and downs in life. But when I go out with my daughter or I visit with my sons or whatever, I enjoy it thoroughly. I'm just so happy inside. I never felt that from her. She always just seemed down and out, and it started to bring me down and out, and I decided, no, I don't need a friend that's going to make me feel like life is not worth living and everything's just miserable. I don't need that. And then another one was the woman across the street. I tried to be friends with her because we had our dogs together and everything. And she was impossible. I got to where I literally could not stand that woman. I just could not stand her. She's what you would call the one-upper. Everything you do is not as good as her, right? I could talk to her about something I did for her dogs, for my dogs. Oh no, what she does for her dog is better. I would talk to her maybe about what I feed my dog, and no, what she does is better. I would talk about something I did in my life concerning my well-being. No, what she does is better. I would talk about what I eat or whatever. Oh no, what she ate is better. One of those people, yeah. And that got really hard. And it got to the point where when she never asked me to go or do anything together with her, like lunch or brunch. It used to be me that did the asking. And when I didn't do it anymore, she never asked. But she would talk about all the other people she would go and do stuff with. And then one day she decides to ask me, I mentioned this in another video, she decides to ask me to take her to her cancer treatments. And I thought, because she got cancer, and I thought, after a while I thought, no. I initially said yes, and then I realized, no, I'm not going to be your driving Miss Daisy. You wanted nothing to do with me outside of our yards in our house, and then now you want me to do this, and I was like, no. And that's when our friendship ended, which is good, because I find her, she was not likable. You know what I mean? I didn't find her at all likable. She always acted like she was just better than other people, and she would make comments about other people that I thought were just terrible, and just one of those people. And I would go to her house and I'd come back home and I wouldn't feel good. You know what I mean by feel good? Like emotionally, like it didn't feel good. So I let it go after that incident about taking her to her appointments. When I said, no, I'm not going to do it, well, that was it. She wanted nothing more to do with me. And it was like, oh, so you can't use me, I'm not good enough. Yeah, she just is one of those personalities that I would leave there exhausted thinking, oh my God, and she would say such rude things. She was one of these people, she was proud of herself being from New York, and I don't know why, because she had the bad side of that whole thing. And she would say whatever she wanted to say, no matter how hurtful. And that did not go over well with me either, because you have to have a little filter as a human being, or else you're going to offend everybody. So yeah, I let go of her, and I don't miss that at all. The one from my school, that was very hard to do because I knew of her so long. But I even went so far as to attempt to reconnect with her again, which she did not respond to. And I look at that as the universe's way of saying, no, she's not good for you. She was bringing you way down. And you've got to do that sometime, guys. It's not easy either, especially if it's someone you know in a long time, or someone you thought that you could be with forever as a friend and it doesn't work out. You know, my daughters had to let go of friends. I think everybody has to go. And my son, you know, there are times when you just have to let go because they're not good for you in one way or another. And you have to assess the situation and say, is this worth continuing, or is this going to really upset me? Continue to upset me. And now that I'm 70 years old, I can't tolerate anybody who's going to upset me anymore. In terms of friends, there is no way. It's not worth it to me. It's like, nope, you know what? You're not bringing good into my life, and I don't want it around. And you have to do it. I mean, tell me some of your experiences that you've had with some friends that were definitely not a positive aspect in your life in any way. Because everybody has their ups and downs. Nobody's perfectly sunshine and happy all the time. And if they are, then you need to be suspicious of what's really going on in their life, because that's not normal. Nobody's always sunshine and lollipops. Everybody has ups and downs, and all around in life. That's real life. But when you've got somebody who is always talking about how bad everything is, how awful everything is, and can never talk about anything good, that's not good. That's no, you can't. Like, we all need to vent. We all need to, vent about our life or what we're going through or what our emotions are. Yes, we have to vent because we're human. But if that's all you do, you never talk about anything. Like when my daughter and I talk, there are times I have talks with her when it's up, it's down. Same with my son and his girlfriend. It's up, it's down. Everybody has good and bad going on in their life. But there are some people who focus only on the bad, and I can't deal with that anymore. I can't do it, because it will eventually bring me down, and I'm not going to give that power to somebody to just bring me down. I'm not going to give that to them, and you have to realize toxic relationships can also become dangerous. It's not just a matter of I don't like this person anymore. They can actually become dangerous. I've read many articles of toxic relationships that went to the extreme of hurting one another or trying to ruin somebody's life in one way or another, and they can become very serious. And that's why, if I were to meet a woman now and we decide to become friends at the store or something, and every time I talk to her, it's just downer. No, it'll be like, no, I can't. I don't want to do that. I mean, it's one thing to vent, but when that's all it is, forget it. It can just bring you straight down. And there are people out there who they will just use you. They will just use you in one way or another, and that's very hurtful too, when you realize this so-called friend is just using you in one way or another. That's very, very hurtful. Because my dad always used to say, actions speak louder than words, and I really believe that. And that can be in terms of actions that show good towards you or actions that show bad. And so yeah, when this viewer requested me to make that, I thought, yeah, there are a lot of people who they've had good friends and something either changed drastically to where they could not be in their life anymore. They could not have that person in their life anymore because of extreme circumstances, like, oh my gosh, like I say, my daughter, she's had to let go of friendships that were solid, seemed to be solid and good, and then something came up that it was like, no, okay, this can't be saved. That's part of life. Everybody goes through, no baby, sorry, that's my phone ringing. Everybody goes through this kind of a thing, and it's very difficult to live with it on a daily basis. You literally have to make yourself like being with that person, and that's no good. That's absolutely no good. To sit there and have to force yourself to like being with somebody is no good. It's just not a good thing. And when you're doing that, that's what I was doing with the neighbor across the street. It got to where I would go over there with my dogs because our dogs loved each other, but no. After a while it got to be too much. That one-upping was just, she just thought she was better than everybody in every way, and I couldn't stand it. So I just wanted to make this real quick, guys, because that a toxic relationship can be very damaging in a lot of ways to your self-esteem. Like the neighbor across the street, oh my God. I would come home feeling like, God, everything I mentioned, everything I said I did, it's wrong. It was not the right thing. She knew better, and I can't stand people like that. That just sends me right over the edge. It's like, when you make suggestions to somebody, you want to sometimes hear them say, oh, that sounds good. I like that. Yeah, that might work out for me. Not somebody who's always, oh, no, 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 I do this. Oh, no, 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 I use this. Oh, no, no, here's what I do. Oh, no, no. It's like, forget it. you know, there's nothing that you can relate to that person anymore. So I just want to make this real quick and tell you, if you're in a toxic relationship or a toxic friendship, this is about toxic friendships, get out. Get out if you see that it's not working. Maybe talk to the person if you don't really want to lose it right away. Maybe talk to that person and say, look, this is what's happening and it's hurting our friendship, and see if they change. If they don't, well then obviously you can't continue in a toxic friendship, because it can really bring you down in your life. You can't be talking negative talk all the time, because then you will just come down. So yeah, I wanted to make it because she requested it. Her comment is on my, oh, I'm sorry baby, her comment is on my video. Sonal Sharma, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but I'm sorry baby. I'm sorry, poked her in the face. So anyway guys, just wanted to make that real quick, and yeah, think about it. A toxic friendship can really cause havoc in your life, in your emotional state, in your mental state too, your mental and emotional well-being. It can really cause havoc. So anyway guys, take care, and my gums are still healing. It's hard to talk without top teeth sometimes. Can't wait to have those dentures in, but it's going to be a long time. This is not going to be a quick thing. But anyway, thank you all for coming out to my videos and commenting. Please like and subscribe. It really does help. So take care. I will see you later. Oh, and by the way, thank you. Let's see. Oh, there's 16 minutes, so I got a little bit left. I got a minute left. I just wanted to say thank you for coming out to my video yesterday about my weight loss journey. I really want to thank you, and I look forward to your support as I go through this journey, because I want to lose about 20 pounds. And I don't care if it's 1 pound a week, I'll get there. Even if it's just 1 pound a week, it's success. So if you're trying to lose weight and you go, oh my God, I only lost a pound. No, that's a pound gone. Celebrate, okay? Okay, talk to you later, guys. Bye-bye. Love you all.